Hello team, welcome back. And today we are going to discuss about a new feature in Docker Swarm, which is health check. So today we will see how we can perform the health check of the Docker services in the Docker Swarm. But before starting with the health check, we need to understand what is the health check and what is the benefit or application of the health check in Docker Swarm. So let's start with. So basically, health checks are exactly what they should like a way of checking the health of some resources. So suppose you are executing some application in a production and you want to know then where is your application performing below the threshold or your application is down or not. So you want to put some monitoring, you want to put some health check on your service. So as soon as your service will go down, you will be notified, right? So basically in Docker Swarm as well, the health check implemented in the same way. Docker have their own inbuilt health check functionality in which the Docker check the health of the container, right? So we will see how we can implement the health check in the Docker containers, in the Docker services, and how Swarm will help us. If we will see the application of the health check, then in the Docker we can apply the health check with the Docker run command, we can apply the health check with the Docker file itself, and we can apply the health check in the Docker services and Docker stack. So there is no limitation as this is the part of the Docker toolkit, so we can use it anywhere in our Docker services. With the help of the Docker health check, we can identify whether the service is running or not, right? So when we are saying that the health check is basically applicable with the Docker containers and health check is basically applicable with the Docker service as well. Now suppose you want to put the health check in your Docker file, you want to put the health check in your Docker Compose YAML file or Docker YAML file. So this is the command format which can be used to put the health check in the Docker file, Docker YAML file and Docker Compose YAML file. So we need to define the health check, then we need to define the options. We will see what are the options available with the health check. Then we need to define the CMD, and outside the CMD in the braces of command, we need to define the command which will check the container health, right? Here you can put any command which will check your container health, which will check your application health, right? And this is the benefit of the health check in the Docker, that Docker health check apply on your container from the initialization of your container, right? So if your container is not coming up due to some errors, then it will fail your container, right? If your container will fail anytime during the process, then it will notify you or the health check started failing, right? So over here we have seen that health check have some options. So we will see what are the options available with the health check, right? So basically these options are available with the health check to modify the health check configurations. So by default, if you want to modify the interval of the health check, then you can choose hyphen hyphen interval, the time interval between two health checks, right? By default the value is 30 seconds. So if you're not choosing the interval, then by default the interval between the two consecutive health check is 30 seconds. If you want, you can specify these things in terms of a second. Then we second then the second one we have the timeout, right? Then the second one we have the timeout. So timeout for running the health check command. So basically you have executed the health check, then we need to define some time frame. After that particular time frame, the next health check will execute. So timeout of the health check basically defines, and the next is the timeout. So timeout for the health check is defined that when the user will notify, right? By default the timeout value is 30 seconds, but if you want you can decrease it. So timeout, basically timeout is a timeout of health check. Suppose if your health check is failing, then after 30 seconds the another health check is also failing, then you will get the notification. If you reduce this particular time, then you will get the notification in that particular time frame, right? So we have the interval, we have the timeout. There are two more properties. The first is the retries. The container status is regard to unhealthy if the health check fails continuously. So by default the value is 3. If 3 consecutive health check got failed, then you will get the notification or Docker Swarm will take the appropriate action, right? And last configuration option is the start period, which will define that after which particular time the health check should start. By default, the value is 0. It means as soon as you will initialize your container, health check will apply on that particular container. If you want, you can configure that as well. Suppose you have containerized your application and by default your application uptime is 20 minutes, right? So in that case, if you are not modifying the start period, then your health check will start failing, right? A new container inside your Docker Swarm or Docker service being created. So to avoid these kind of situations, we have the start period. if we know that our application is taking a standard 25 minutes in a start, right, then we can define the start period 25 minutes, that after 25 minutes the health check will start, right? First we will verify the health check of the Docker container, then we will verify the health check of the Docker service. Now before going with Docker containers and the Docker service, we need to understand what is the benefit of the health check in Docker Swarm. Although containers are also providing the health check, but how the containers health check is not beneficial as compared to the Docker Swarm. So basically, if you are putting the health check on your Docker container and somehow your health check will start failing, then container will not take any action. But if the same thing is happening inside the Swarm, suppose you have put some health check on some stack on some services, and somehow some task inside that particular service start failing, it means some containers start failing, then Docker Swarm will take the appropriate action. It will down the unhealthy container and spin up a new container, right? So this is the benefit of the health check with the Docker Swarm. So we will see how we can apply the health check on the Docker containers and how we can apply the health check on the Docker services. For this, first we will go to the terminal. So you can see we are inside the terminal. If we will see the running directory, then I'm inside the root. If I will put ls, then these are the directories which are present over here, right? Suppose I'm creating a new directory, mkdir health check, right? Put ls, the health check directory is being created. See, now I will go inside this directory, put ls. So there is no file present over here. So we can see right now we are on terminal. So first let's execute an Postgres image, right? So to start the Postgres inside the container, we need to execute docker container run. And suppose I'm going to Postgres like post g, like Postgres 1. Then I'm going to define in the detach mode and define the image, which is Postgres, right? Hit enter button. So this will start your Postgres container. See, docker ps, then Postgres container is running. Image is the Postgres and this is the name of my Postgres container, right? Now what we need to do, we need to set up an health check on the Postgres, right? So how we can set up the health check on a Postgres? So there could be multiple health checks on the Postgres. Suppose we want to set up the easiest way. So we are going to set up that is my Postgres DB accepting the connection or not, right? If your database is not accepting the connection, then it means there is something wrong with your database, right? It is not ready to execute the queries because it is not accepting the connection, right? So in the Postgres, we already have an utility which is called pg underscore is ready, right? When we will execute the pg underscore is ready, it will show you the Postgres DB is actually accepting the connection or not, right? So now if I will go inside the Postgres container, see I'm going into the Postgres container. So docker container exec hyphen it, my container name, then bash, right? Pwd. So right now I'm inside my Postgres container. See, the root has been changed to the Postgres container location. Over here, if I will execute pg underscore is ready hyphen u, then I will define the default username which is Postgres. Then it should return some output. And see, it is returning where run PostgreSQL 5432 accepting connections, right? It means if your DB is healthy, if your DB is ready, then it will accept the connection. And this is the command which will tell me that is my DB in healthy state or not. Because by this command, we can identify is my DB accepting the connection or not, right? So let's exit out the container. Again, execute the command docker ps so that we can see only one Postgres container is running. Now let's start another container and put the health check on that particular container. So we need to execute a command docker container run hyphen d for the detach mode hyphen hyphen name, and I will name it Postgres 2, right? Now to define the health check, I need to define the hyphen hyphen health hyphen cmd, which means health check command equals to, put double quote, and inside these double quotes you need to put the command which will execute on your container to check the health check. So this is the command pg underscore ready hyphen new Postgres. right? I will copy this and put it inside my double quotes. Now I need to put pipe and then put exit 1. What does it means? If this particular command will fail, then exit out the container. It means return the 1. So in the Docker container, health check always return two value, either 1 or 0. If it is returning 0, it means everything is fine and we don't need to take care anything, right? If it is returning 1, then the health check is failing and we need to do something, right? And after this, I need to define my image name, which is Postgres. Hit enter. So you can see the container is running. Now put docker ps. As soon as you will put the docker ps, you are getting something new over here, and it is showing health colon starting. It means your container health is basically in the starting mode. The health defined in the three levels. The first level is a starting. It means whenever your health check is being starting or your container is being started, right? As we don't define the start period, so by default it will take the health check from the initialization, right? The second is healthy and the third is unhealthy, right? So right now we are in the first stage when the health check is just being started or the container is just being started. If I will again put the docker ps, then we can see the container is up from last 47 seconds and the state is healthy, right? Now let's execute one more container of the Postgres and name it Postgres 3. And instead of the Postgres user, suppose I am trying to access the Postgres DB with some other user like root. Let's see what it will return. So the container is starting. Now put docker ps. So you can see it is showing the health check is starting. The second container is already in the healthy state, and on the first one we didn't put any health check. So we have to wait for the 30-second because the default interval is the 30-second and we have not set any interval, right? Now clear out the console. I hope the 30-second is gone and again put docker ps. So you can see it is showing healthy. It means we are able to access the particular Postgres DB with that particular user as well. So this is the way how you can put the health check on the containers, right? But there's a catch when we are putting the health check within the container and when we are putting the health check within the services. Now we need to understand why the health check with the containers is not useful and why the containers and why the health check with the docker swarm is helpful, right? So whenever you are putting the health check on the container will not do anything if the health check will fail. But whenever you are putting the health check with the docker swarm and in somehow that particular stack or service or any task will fail, then it will spin up the new stack, new service or new task, right? So let's create the Postgres service in which we will put the health check, right? So docker service create, then we need to define the service name. Suppose I'm defining Postgres or Postgres service 1, right? Then Postgres, just the image name. Hit enter and it will create the Postgres service. So you can see the service is running, right? It switched the status from starting to running in very few seconds. If I will put docker service ls, oh, not l, it is ls, then you can see this service is running, right? The Postgres service is running, right? Clear out the console. Now what we need to do, we need to put the health check in my service, right? So for this I need to put the health check command over here. So I will put health hyphen cmd equals to double colon, then put pg underscore is ready hyphen capital u Postgres, put pipe exit 1, right? And suppose I'm going to rename my service with the Postgres service 2. So here we will see a new thing. Once we will starting the services, then you can see it is not coming in the running mode. It is still in the starting mode and it will keep itself in the starting mode up to 30 seconds. So we have to wait. So you can see it is still in the starting mode, and after 30 seconds it will switch to the running mode and it will start your service. So let's see when it will start my service. So see, just after 30 seconds the service mode is changed from starting to running. Now why it took 30 seconds? Because when we are running the health check inside the Docker Swarm, it will not accept the service as a running until the first health check will be passed, right? And by default the interval time is 30 seconds. So at the time of initialization the next health check will attempt on after 30 seconds. So for that particular time frame the status was in the starting, right? Now anyhow if your Postgres DB will be down, right? Anyhow if your Postgres DB will be down, then it will spin up a new container, right? So this is the benefit of the Docker Swarm, right? When we are putting the health check with the Docker Swarm, it is really beneficial. We don't need to take care about anything. As soon as your service will be unhealthy, Docker Swarm will automatically spin up a new container for you, right? And you will not get any outage in the production. So that's all for the day. In the coming lecture we will learn few interesting things about the Docker Swarm. So thank you team, thanks for your time.